All right, chat, we should be good to go here in just a moment. We have made all the changes and the adjustments. I have let ChronoWolf know here that we're good to go. And so in just a minute, he is going to be going live, and then we will bring him over into the mix for part 2. Remember, exclamation point donate to our ArvCon 2024 charity. We are at 2,660. Would love to get past 3,000 before we end the night tonight. Remember, after this, this concert is over, we will be moving on to Community D&D with the amazing Shadow crew, and that will be rolling now. One quick note, by the way, that's going to happen on Shadow Mage's channel. He is going to be streaming with the overlays and all that stuff. It's going to be at Shadow Mage's, sorry, not Shadow Mage's channel. Let me rephrase that. It's going to be on this channel, but Shadow Mage will be doing the actual streaming and production, which is what usually happens for a Community D&D session. Sorry, it's going to be on this channel, but it's going to be Shadow Mage actually doing it, so that means there will be a slight break. Please do not go anywhere or leave or abandon ship, okay? We want to make this as close as possible so that we don't lose anyone for this. That would be great. So yes, but otherwise we are ready to go. We are set and ready, and so yes, Shadow Mage and the crew of Yoi Gawain Lin and Drew the Damager and Tilted Gaming and Hoodie, also known as Oh My God a Truck, all of those people are going to be doing this great stuff. It's going to be awesome. That's fine. Okay, and we are set to go, I think. Let me just make sure that we got, yep, okay, I've got him. We're there. We are ready to go. Whenever he comes online, we'll be able to do it. So yeah, so that's going to be going on after this concert concludes. Should be about an hour, I think. We're going to be running roughly about an hour, slightly, maybe a few extra minutes here and there. So yeah. Just close the door.
It is closed.
No, can't be.
The door is closed.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm blind.
My son has just gotten back, and my son is having a great old time. Okay. Yeah, I know the mic's hot. I was just telling him to check in on that. That's fine. Okay. All right. So we will be good to go. We will G to G. Okay. All right. Also had some delicious pancakes, by the way, chat, while I was listening. That was tasted very, very good. I very much enjoyed that. And during this session, what I'm going to be doing is getting up and walking around a little bit, although I have been getting up and stretching and walking around anyway. I have not just been seated in a chair for the last 7 hours and 20 minutes, because that would be a very foolish idea. But still, this office always looks like a disaster area after an ArvCon initially, and then I get everything cleaned up, and then I send out all the gifts to the various people, and then that wraps up ArvCon for the year, after I send out thank yous to everybody too. So, but we've got a ways to go before we get to that. Oh. Sorry about that. I thought that I was waiting for you to go live. My bad. Wonder if it, wait a minute a second. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're good. We're live. Although I see currently offline, but yeah. Oh, okay. All right, hold on. We got an ad to get through. That was weird. It was offline. It was just sitting there on the offline screen for a while, and I refreshed a couple times. But okay, now we're good. Hold on a second. Okay, wait. I don't want to. Oh, go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. God, ads. The heck out of here. Sorry. Don't need any of that. All right. All right, here we go. Now we're on. Now we're ready to go. Now we are prepared. Now we're set. Okay. So I'm going to shut up. All right. And ChronoWolf is ready. It is very exciting to have ChronoWolf back.
Okay.
And here we go. Welcome back.
Fantastic. All right, I think we're good to go. So I'm not going to be able to hear Greg, because if I had Greg come through, you're going to get feed, back, loop coming through on the audio.
That was really good.
So thank you very much. So let's see. All right, so there is a bit of reverb happening on our voices at the moment because I have it set as a post effect, so we sound like we're all in the middle of a cavern right now in the audio. But yeah, thank you so much, Arvin, for having us for another fantastic ArvCon stream, of course, for the Damon Runyon Cancer Foundation, or Research Foundation, I should say. Currently sitting at $2,600.60. We want to see if we can maybe breach the $3,000 mark during this music stream here.
That'd be cool.
But that would be fantastic. So I'm going to introduce you to a friend of mine. This is Palm.
Hi, I'm Palm. I'm a Puma Dragon persona kind of person. Yep. And then I will be singing with Chrono while he plays guitar on some probably songs that you are rather familiar with.
Yep.
Some good old sort of
80s fun. Well, it's a guitar. The guitar is right here, so we're going to be doing some 80s stuff, and then we're going to be transitioning some chiptunes. So Palm is going to be present to help me sing some of the tracks because he's got a much better singing voice than I do.
Yeah.
Although I'll try. I'll make a valiant effort
to
see if we can do that. But that being said, first 4 tracks are going to be doing on the guitar, and then we're going to be transitioning to some chiptune stuff that you know me for. So just give me a sec to get this all hooked up and ready to go because there are a lot of cables. You probably noticed I got 2 mic sets on my face right now because one of the songs is going to require me to use a vocoder. So just bear with me while I take the headphones down. I'm going to take
taking the headphones down.
Actually, so, oh my god, I'm getting too old for this shit. I'm at that age where every time I lean over, I grunt.
Yeah, well, I'm not quite there yet.
Well, thank you for reminding me.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Just how much younger I am than you. It's not that much, but I don't know.
It'll do. It's enough to be noticeable. All right, so this is actually a new guitar. I used to have the Alesis Vortex Wireless, and I always wanted to get myself a Roland Axe Edge. And I finally got a Roland Axe Edge, and it's right here. It's good to go. So let's see if we can get some music happening. And we're going to test if you guys can hear some stuff here. So let's do a test.
Echo Alpha says it's very Campion.
Yes, it is very Campion. So, all right. Did you guys hear that? Perfect weapon of choice for a barbarian. Awesome. All right. So yeah, we're not going to be doing we're not going to be doing Top Gun, but let's get straight into it. I think the first song we should do. The other great thing about this guitar is it's also a synthesizer. It's also a sequencer, and I also have my backing tracks loaded into it. So it does a lot more. It doesn't require a computer to be plugged into. So here we go.
This first song you'll know immediately.
Yes, exactly. So I'm going to have to make sure this is good to go. All right. And here we go. ArvCon 2024. ChronoWolf, let's go.
get up, and nothing gets me down. You got it tough. I've seen the toughest around. And I know, baby, just how you feel. You gotta roll with the punches to get to what's real. Well, can't you see me standing here? I've got my back against the record machine. I ain't the worst that you see. Oh, can't you see what I mean? Now, might as well jump. Might as well jump.
It is pump.
Go ahead, jump. I said go ahead and jump. Hey yo, hey you, who said that? Baby, how you been? You say you don't know, you won't know until it begins. Oh, can't you see me standing here? I've got my back against the record machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Oh, can't you see what I mean? Now, might as well jump.
Jump.
Go ahead and jump. Get it in, jump. I said go ahead and jump. Jump. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump. Might as well jump. I said go ahead and jump. 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 Woo! Thank you all for being here for that. That was cool. And it's like I see jumps in the chat. It's cool.
Everyone jumping, but with the Twitch delay, it's fine. Might as well jump. Jump. Go ahead and jump. Jump. So thank you so much. That was a hell of a lot of fun to do that one. Now we're going to switch over to some vocoder stuff. So I'm going to turn my other mic off because if anyone's ever sung with a vocoder before, in order to be able to play the vocoder nicely, you have to sing monotonally. So if I had my normal mic on there, I'd be just like singing like this in the vocoder. And you don't want to hear that. You'd want to hear the proper vocoded version.
Which sounds a little something like this, and it sounds a little something like this. So I'll probably stand a little bit away from you so that you don't pick me up. But
I think you probably told by the melody I was just playing what the song's going to be next. So if those get it, let's do it.
All right. All right, next song coming up.
1, 2. Hello, nice and close. Move your furry ass and down we gonna move. Your furry ass and down we gonna move. Your furry ass and down we gonna move. Your furry ass and down we gonna move.
Let's groove tonight. Share the spice of life. Baby, slice it right. you can do with my love. Alright, let you know, girl, you're looking good, you're out of sight. Alright, just move yourself and glide like a 747 as you lose yourself in the clouds among the skies and the heavens. Let this groove light up the fuse, it's alright, alright, alright. Let this groove slip in your shoes, so stand up, alright, alright. Gonna tell you what you can do with my love. Alright, gotta let you know, girl, you're looking good, you're out of sight. Alright, just tell the DJ to play your favorite tune, and you know it's okay. What you found is happening now. Whoa. Let this groove, that you can move, it's alright, alright, alright. Let this groove slip in your shoes, so stand up, alright, alright. Let this groove light up your fuse, it's alright, alright, alright. Let this groove slip in your shoes, so stand up, alright, alright. Here we go now. You will find peace of mind on the floor. Take a little time, come and see you and me, and we'll be just fine. I'll be there for a while if you want my love. We can boogie on down, down, boogie on down, down, boogie on down, down, boogie on down, on down. Let's groove tonight. Share the spice of life. Baby, slice it right. We're gonna groove tonight. Let this groove, you can move, it's alright, alright, alright. Let this groove slip in your shoes, so stand up, alright, alright. Let this groove light up your fuse, it's alright, alright, alright. Let this groove slip in your shoes, so stand up, alright, alright.
With Arvin Aileron, we're live with Arvin Aileron.
Whew, that was a lot of fun. So, so just to give you a general idea of what it sounds like when I'm when I'm doing that, we're live with Arvin Aileron. So yeah, you don't want to hear my real voice coming through with that one. With the vocoder, it sounds pretty good.
Live with Arvin Aileron.
So yeah, that's cool. So this next track we're gonna do, there's a dance move to this next track that only became a dance move to this next track primarily because, let me just make sure, 1, 2, 3, okay, good. Because of memes,
Yeah,
you know? So
yeah.
if you guys can guess it, it's a famous 80s tune, had a fantastic music video with a lot of pencil sketches, and there is a meme dance. You wanna show us what that meme dance looks like?
Went something like,
Yeah, a little bit something like that. So I want you all to be doing that at home, even
Yeah.
though you can't prove it. That
Yeah,
that
someone
you're
got
doing
it.
So yeah, there you go. So yeah, let's do this. 1, 2. I'm gonna try singing along with this one. So if I'm out of tune, means because my vocoder isn't carrying me anymore. All right, here we go.
I'll be coming for your love, okay? Take on me. Take me on.
Take on me, I'll be gone in a day or two.
Well, needless to say, I'm on to ends, but I'll be stumbling away. Slowly learning that life is okay. Say it after me. It's no better to be safe than sorry. Take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone in a day or two.
Sorry, everyone.
The things that you say, oh, is life for just to play my worries away. You're all the things I've got to remember, shying away. I'll be coming for your love anyway. Take on me. Take me on.
I'll be gone in a day or two. I got it that time.
Take on me. I'll be gone in a day. Take on me.
Whew. That was a valiant effort. Not bad.
Yeah.
We're not the pinnacle of singing voices, but the vocals are there because these songs would be weird without them.
Yeah.
All right.
So next we're actually doing another song. We're actually going to do a bit of a different lyric version of this next song. It's a classic. It's a classic song, but it's one that I wrote for. It's one I wrote for Chrono and some other streamers actually. It's
Okay,
one
you're
I wrote. It's one I wrote for Chrono and some other streamers for when they would do when they would play City Skylines, and so these are kind of redone lyrics for that. So we're gonna give that a shot.
All right, let's do it. You know this song. And you also remember the City Skyline streams if you ever watch my channel. I know Echo Alpha does, but here we go.
All right. We built these cities. We built these cities on Chrono Stream. Built these cities. We built these cities on Chrono Stream.
I think I got the right key.
Starting on the green plains, vast in its terrain. We can propose to build out the roads the highway sustains. Growing populations, developmental brings. The inspiration draws upon whatever else we think. Just load up city skylines. Listen to the chirper feed. Don't you remember, love? We built these cities We built these cities on Chrono Stream. We built these cities. We built these cities on Chrono Stream. Built these cities. We built these cities on Chrono Stream. Someone always saying where they need to go. Who cares? We're always changing transportation flow. Planning on the wayside, our metropolis. District divide will come to decide the way to our success. Just load up city skylines. Listen to the chirper bee. Don't you remember love? We built these cities. We built these cities on Chrono Stream. We built these cities. We built these cities on Chrono Stream. Built these cities. We built these cities on Chrono Stream. It's just another evening here on Twitch TV with continents converging. Whoa, subscribe to what we see. Well, here comes the hype train as we build the rails.
Hype train in chat.
Traction's insane, congestion remains, the tension travails us. The suburbs we conjure, impressive by our rule, but we're left to ponder where to build the schools. Don't you remember love? Remember. Just load up city skylines. Listen to the chirper bee. Don't you remember love? We built these cities. We built these cities on Chrono Stream. We built these cities. We built these cities on Chrono Stream. Built these cities. We built these cities on Chrono Stream. We built these cities. Built, and so we built these cities on Chrono Stream. Built these cities. Built, and so we built these cities on Chrono Stream. Built, we built these cities. 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 Built, we built these cities.
Fade out. Oh man, that was good fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the 4 songs that Palm has joined us to help perform with a stellar vocal performance and custom. You wrote the lyrics to that last.
Yeah, that last one, the City Skylines one, is I wrote the lyrics to it, and yeah, it's just kind of like that's kind of a thing I do a lot of times. So I mean, I hope people like it. So
yeah, I'm pretty darn sure they did. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for Palm's portion, and I'll be moving on and doing some chiptune stuff with the guitar here. So, thank you, Palm.
yeah,
really
thank you guys.
appreciate it.
Thank you everyone who's watching out there. I love doing this. So yeah, we're gonna take it away with ChronoWolf now.
All right, here we go. Let's just kill the input on that there, and I might actually also kill the reverb on mine because I'm not going to be singing anymore. So I'm just going to go.
take off the headphones. That would have been bad.
Oh yeah, that would have been problematic. Okay, filters. Let me just turn this off. Let's see here. Here, filters. Okay. Let's disable this one. How do we do this one? All right, cool. So should be coming through clean now, I believe. So let me know in chat, because the post-production filters, they're not really good at letting me know that they're not switched on anymore, because I get a dry feed. So let me know if the if it's gone. So can you tell us the poster you left any social media? Oh, yes. Yes, so social media for... Hey, Palm, you want to come back here and tell us your social media shit? I guess he's not listening. I believe it's Palm Puma Dragon on Twitter. So just search up at Palm Puma Dragon at Twitter. Don't at me, Elon. I will call it that forever. From my cold dead hands, you will pry the bird away. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be moving on to some chiptune stuff now. So I am going to make sure that my instruments is all set up. Okay, good. We got the right instruments and everything. We're good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the chiptune musics for your pleasure. Y'all know this one. Is it Ninja Gaiden Shadow or Shadow Warrior? You decide. This is the boss fight, everyone. You know what you gotta do? You gotta donate. Unless we get to 3,000 before the end of this stream, you will not have defeated the boss here in Star Fox. So, ladies and gentlemen, now is the time to dig deep and donate to Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. Here we go. right, y'all know this one too. Tell us which game, which track. It's not Big Blue. You got it, Darksaber. Honk. So close to 3,000. Let's do this. I always have an absolute pleasure of a time performing for Arv at ArvCon, and also for all the fantastic donations to the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. Had a year off last year, and it's so good to be back performing here for Arvin. Fantastic friend Gregis, to people, myself, and everyone. So please dig deep. Thank you, everyone. This song features a speak and spell that I managed to reprogram to say some nasty words. It's harder to do than you think.
That is incorrect.
This one was written for Memories in 8-Bit. Y'all remember him? Oh, Memories in 8-Bit. Here we go. Second to last track, folks. Let's do this. 3,000! Woo! Nicely done. right. This is the last track that I'll be performing, and then I can hang around for maybe a couple more minutes to have a chat, say thank you. But thank you so much for allowing me to perform live again for ArvCon in 2020-24. This is So It Begins. The hardest song to play. Oh, thank you so much for being a part of this fantastic opportunity to do another show for ArvCon. And a big thank you so much for Palm, who joined us earlier, loaned us his lyrical skills to sing some 80s tracks. But ladies and germs, I am out of here to bounce right on time. Holy crap. For an impromptu kind of change up of timings, this ended up being right on time, Arv. So thank God for that. But ladies and gentlemen, please continue to donate to the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. I'd like to offer also a special thanks for Kilgore, who killed it again, just came in before me. I believe I'm closing out the performances for today, but please continue to be here, part of ArvCon. Continue to support the Cancer Research Foundation. If you'd like to find me on social media, you can find me on Twitter at ChronoWolf Music. I also have a website which acts as a central hub of everything, which is chronowolfmusic.com. You can find me on Blue Sky, ChronoWolf, just everything. So, you know, Arv will tweet about it. Echo Alpha, thank you so much for posting that, and thank you for being an amazing fan of Echo Alpha. Special shout out to you. And everyone else who joined as part of the, the old crew whose faces I recognize, and new faces who gave wonderful compliments and wonderful things about my music. So without further ado, this is it. Once again, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you very much, Greg, for having me on board. And hopefully I will see you all next year. Later.
How do I turn this damn thing off?
Well, people, let me tell you what. When I tell you that we get only the best for ArvCon, I am not joking, am I? Am I joking? I am not joking. That was insane. Tremendous, tremendous work out of ChronoWolf and Kilgore Trout with, and again, thank you, Pompuma Dragon, for adding in. That was awesome. Not to mention Zach Clay last night, who was also amazing. And in the process of all of this, we got more donations along the score, which was Hillness with the, we got, let's see, we got Classicor with a $66.06 donation. I like weird numbers. Hillness with 98 Yes, $77. The pattern must create order through chaos. Darksaber 2K with 25, and there was a previous Darksaber 2K that had 25 on there too. And Darth Sisu with donations go brr. And so that's how we got this to where we are now. Right now, we are sitting at 2801 out of 5,000, which means we are just less than $200 shy of $3,000, which would be a tremendous spot for us to be halfway through the con. Obviously, our goal is 5,000, so we have one more event tonight. Tomorrow is our marathon D&D with Infinity and Beyond to Eberron, Oracle of War, starting at noon, going all the way until 8 p.m. Eastern. That's often the anchor leg, or at least it was in the past of this. And they're going to have some work to do. This was quite a lot today. We did 1220 last night. We have done 1,600 so far today. And if we can get a little bit more and get over to that 3,000 mark, then we only have 2,000 to go over that last 2 days. So that's the way that works. Thank you so much to ChronoWolf Live for the amazing concert as always. It was off the hook. It was great. It was awesome. Thank you, ChronoWolf. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, really good stuff. Thank you, my friend. Thank you as well to Kilgore Trout for the awesome guitar. That was really, I'm telling you, given how like nuts this day has been with everything we were doing behind the scenes, having a little bit of a whoo was like, that was a nice way to just kind of flow into it. And that was really great. So really appreciated that. So thank you so much, Kilgore, for that as well. And thanks to Zach Clay last night, who got our concert started off right also. All right, quick note, what we're going to do here. So it's 8:33. So the Shadowed crew is supposed to go live at the top of the hour, so we are right on time. But I am going to do just a little bit of cleanup work here in terms of talking about what we've done so far, what there is to come. I want to talk about the giveaways and prizes a bit, talk a bit about Damon Runyon as well. And then we will, what we're going to do is I'm going to go right until Shadowed Mage is ready to go with the crew. Then I am going to cut the stream, but please nobody leave. I'm going to cut the stream. I'm going to quickly change the Twitch page and the YouTube page. Then, and actually the YouTube page, actually both of them. No, I don't think you stream directly to the YouTube page when you go, which is fine. That's fine. Shadow doesn't need to do that. Anyway, I will change both of those things. Then we will have Shadowed Mage go live. Shadowed will be streaming on his channel. Why do I keep saying that? Shadowed Mage will be streaming on this channel using his OBS. So it's going to be on this channel, but it'll be using his OBS, and that's because he has all the overlays, all the setups. He's used to doing it from all of the stuff that the folks do when they are here on Wednesdays. And so I will then stop my OBS, and they'll continue with theirs. There was a sound in the middle there, by the way, that showed that my hard drive was starting to run out of a little bit of room because of like all of the extra video. So I was like, oh, quickly delete the thing I did from yesterday and then post all this stuff. But it was fine. So that is going to be the plan. And then tomorrow, as I say, we will be back at noon Eastern, continuing with Eberron, Oracle of War, as that campaign shifts into very high gear. We're going to be doing that for 8 hours, 12 to 8 p.m. Eastern, and then we will be back on Monday. Now, as a reminder, the Scientist game has been rescheduled to Monday. It is going to be Monday morning, starting Eastern, 11:30 Eastern to 1:30 p.m. Eastern. I don't yet know who's going to be the game master for that. It depends on how Johnny is feeling. It depends on whether I have some alternatives built up or whatever. Something will happen at that time, but I don't know exactly what it is, so you'll have to stay tuned for that. Then at 3:30, we will definitely have Johnny with the Dune premiere. That is going to be Dune Imperium, Plans Within Plans, and that will feature Valerie Valdez, Darcy Little Badger, Zach Clay, and Brandon O'Brien as your players, with Johnny Pittman again as GM. That will be the final official event of ArvCon 2024, and then I will right afterwards come on to wrap wrap up, and I will talk a little bit about, postmortems about how we did, what it was like, hand out a bunch of thank yous. I will then I'm not going to do this on Tuesday, because Tuesday I'm mostly going to be just like, sleeping and stuff and doing streams. But I mean, like, when I'm not doing that, I'll probably be just resting. But then on Wednesday, I will definitely post out a bunch of thank yous on Twitter and Blue Sky. Thank everybody. And then on Thursday, I'll probably try to gather a lot of the stuff together to ship out to various people. I will do that. And then Friday, I'm going down to Three Rivers Comic Con in Pittsburgh with Little Arv, and I'll be there. And then we'll come back, and then we'll get into a more sort of normal June, sort of typical June month to come. Although, as I say, June looks like the summer's going to be an exciting month, especially now that you've heard about the Buy the Dice Roll and my trip to WorldCon, followed by the trip down to do the live D&D event for everybody. So it's going to be great. I can't wait. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, guys. I would like to see, I have a couple of folks, a couple of Pittsburgh area peeps that I like to see. So I'd love to be able to see you again if you're able to swing by. That would be cool. I'm just going to be there on Saturday pretty much this year. Sunday, we're going to be heading on out to go to this thing that I've mentioned to you all about doing my daughter throwing out the first pitch we've been practicing. I have to tell you all a funny story about that, by the way. Saber, you're going to do awesome, man. You'll do great. I don't know if I told everyone this story, but I was practicing with my daughter the other day as she's, throwing the pitch, because, again, she's doing the ceremonial first pitch for this minor league game for the Lancaster Barnstormers. And she was like, well, I just don't want anyone, and she kept saying, like, I don't want anyone to be upset. I don't want, like, the fans to get mad. I'm like, why would they get mad? And she's like, because, I don't want to, like, if I give up the hit. So she thought that the ceremonial first pitch meant that literally she was pitching the first pitch of the game. And I'm like, no. No, you're not going to be pitching to baseball players who are paid to hit the ball. That is not going to happen. All you need to do is ceremonially toss the ball towards home plate to the catcher who's waiting there, and then they will come up and high-five you. It was very funny. I'm like, God, no wonder she's freaked out. She's like, but what if I give up a hit? I'm like, jeez, if you don't give up a hit, it would be a freaking, an upset. Oh, man, that was so funny. I'm like, from the files of, I didn't realize that. That was just so funny. I was like, honey, I promise it's okay. And like, I would have been fine. Like, oh yeah, we'll just practice. We'll throw a little bit. It's fine. They're just minor leaguers. What's the big deal? Like, it was so funny. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing that this weekend, but this is going to be very exciting. We have ReaderCon coming up in July. I also have, by the way, I'm not at liberty to talk about this yet, except in general terms, but as you know, Heretic, which is the final book in my Grey Assassin trilogy, is releasing in July with Athos Arts. I'm very excited about this. We are going to have a special event about that I can't talk about much yet, but that we're going to be doing in June. And then we're going to have another big event relating to that about a reading that I'm going to be doing. I don't want to talk about where yet until I have it confirmed, but that's going to be happening also in late July. And then, of course, the book itself will release. And then we have got July into August is going to be busy. We have the Gen Con Writers Symposium. We get home for a couple of days. Then we take our stuff and fly across the pond. We're going to be in Glasgow for about a week, about maybe 4 or 5 days, I guess. And then we're going to take a train down to London. We'll be there for a few days. Then we do the amazing Saturday, the August 17th D&D event with all of the amazing Buy the Dice Roll crew that you just met again for the first time earlier today. And then we'll be hanging out there for a little while longer, and then we'll head home after that. So it's going to be a busy August, but it was an August that I just couldn't pass up. When I saw that Glasgow was going to be where WorldCon is, and I was like, you know what? I think that we have enough that we can save up for the trip, and then my university can help defray part of my cost because of the WorldCon thing. So I'm officially going to be on panels. This is assuming that I am, so I'm not 100% guaranteed of that yet. But so I said there's a good chance that they'll be able to cover it, and that means that it will be a little. Well, it's maybe affordable if we save up a lot for it. And I've never been to England other than just Heathrow for layover of a half hour or something. And this is the thing which has sort of defined a lot of my life. Like, I wrote my dissertation about the court masks Masque in England. Much of my work was about Renaissance drama, specifically in London. I teach courses in Shakespeare. I teach courses in revenge tragedy. J.R.R. Tolkien, only my favorite writer, sort of Lord of the Rings was kind of important in my development as a reader and a person and all that. So, and the other thing I want to go see, by the way, I want to see if I can do it. I don't know if it even is possible, but I want to check. One of the places I want to check out is the original location of Games Workshop, because a lot of those games I have back there came from Games Workshop. The sorcery books that we played on stream, all of those are Games Workshop. I would love to be able to, a lot of the Fighting Fantasy game books that we play are from there too. So I would love to do that. Oh, thank you, Geister. That's right. Yeah. And now it's in that second edition. I'm very happy to say it's in a second edition as well. So thank you. Thank you. I am so, yeah, I mean, I'm really pumped up about it, Saber. Like I want to visit Tolkien's grave. It's just, there's a resonance for me about Europe and specifically about, about the UK and England because of what I've studied about it and the work that I've done about it. So it's, yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to meet all friends, all of those people, all of those 6 people. I have never met any of them in person, so I am very excited to do that. I'm excited for my family to meet them also. And yeah, I'm very excited to do all of those things this summer. I feel like it's a meaningful thing, and so I'm really excited. Again, the theater is not a huge theater. As I say, it's about 110 seat theater, so it's much smaller than the Klein. But it's cool. It's going to be our own. It's going to be something that we have made something of it. Like I say, it's in a former library, which I think is super cool for this, and just. Yeah, I think it's going to be great. Plus, I'm excited to see some people at Worldcon before that as well. I know Prince Justin is going to be there, so I'm excited about that. And it just all clicked, everyone was like, well, we could maybe do this. Like, Saber can drive there. I'm not saying it's like easy, but it's possible. Saber can drive there. Undeveloped Bruce can drive there. As I said, Mike and Ananda just walk out their door and it's right there. No, I'm kidding. But it's not a super long trip for either of them. And then that left the 3 of us flying. And Fleos was going to be flying over to England anyway for his wife and his 10th wedding anniversary. So I was like, okay, that's amazing. And then Pyron Jade was willing to take the flight over from Germany. And I'm like, then let's do it. I mean, I just, let's do it. Not quite. We're going home for a few days, Hillness, and then we're flying out from there. The reason is just otherwise we would have to either rent a car to drive out to Gen Con, or we'd have to fly out to Gen Con, which would be a pain for all kinds of reasons. And so this way we drive to Gen Con, turn around, like we do the Gen Con thing, and we leave that Monday. We're not leaving on Sunday. We leave on Monday. Even if we get back on like Tuesday, I can probably do a stream from there or whatever from home. And then we leave, I think it is Wednesday night or Thursday or something like that. So we're going to have like a day and a half or 2 days. Not a lot of time, but it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot in a row, but I think we're all sort of braced for doing it. And I think it's one of those opportunities you don't want to pass up, I think, if you have it. And so you'll be jealous in Canada. Yeah, no, I hear that, Lovelust. But yeah, I feel very, very fortunate that stuff has clicked this way. And we're excited. Buy the Dice Roll is going to be something that's going to go on beyond this event. I mean, obviously, I'd love to do live events. I'd love to bring them out to the U.S., next. But we're going to be doing all of that stuff. Yeah, 3 days after Bloodstock. We spent a lot of time being like, can we do this? And we were like, we had a lot of processing time. It was like, will Darksaber be recovered from the death metal concert? Like, will he be in condition? Will he be in shape to be able to do that? But regardless, I'm very happy that we can do it. And beyond that, as I say, we're going to be doing stuff. We'll continue to stream on GOG, doing Ghosts of Saltmarsh, but we have the ambition that we want to build this into something over time. And so we'll see how it goes. We have a page, we have a YouTube channel that we've got together. We have a Twitter, we have a Blue Sky, and we'll just see how it happens. We have day jobs and lives and families and all that kind of stuff. So we have to, balance all these things. But if you organize it enough, and if you have people who really care about each other enough that they want to do something like that when there is a collective will to do it, and when all the stars happen to align in this strange way, then it's something you kind of jump on. So very, very cool. I am excited about that. Okay. So, hey, what's up, Rising Tides? I wasn't speaking of you immediately, but I was going to. All right, let me say a couple of things about Damon Runyon, and then we will be almost ready to go and ready for the final event of the evening. Let me just say a couple of things quickly about Damon Runyon and about this donation. So one of the things that I thought about quite a bit this morning, I don't know if anyone had a chance to catch, or I should say very early afternoon, if you had a chance to catch the three scientists, is I am always struck by the heart of human innovation and compassion. And I think innovation sometimes gets used sometimes it often gets used as this kind of corporate buzzword of, innovation and empowering stakeholders and all that crap. And the reality is that that's not innovation. That is a punchline, right? That's a buzzword. Actual innovation involves coming up with unusual and creative ideas and bringing people together in community to see whether or not those ideas collectively expressed can do something to advance society. This is something which humanities people should do more often than they do, but it's something the humanities people have to argue overall. The fact that I am teaching, hopefully, part of what I do in teaching literature and teaching communications in general, in game mastering as well, is to talk a little bit about what it means to be human. And that applies to anything you're going to do in life, scientifically, economically, or otherwise, right? So there's a lot of that that goes on in this from the humanities side. But it was really always amazing to me to see that scientists do that as well. And one of the reasons I love Damon Runyon is that they, A, understand about getting scientists and bringing them together. B, they understand about taking risks. But these are not foolish risks. These are not ridiculous risks. These are not absurd risks. They are scientifically grounded risks. But they're not, let's make sure we do the safest possible thing so no one could, we want, right? They take big swings at things that are worth taking big swings at. And when they hit, they produce Nobel Prize winners. They produce advanced treatments. They produce advanced diagnostic tools. They produce things which make people live longer and better, and they advance the cause against defeating cancer as a whole. Not only that, but Damon Runyon is also one of the best run charities in the business. A very small percentage goes to their overhead. If you look at Charity Navigator, they have a very high rating because most of their money goes directly to the charities involved. They're extremely well run. They're competent. I also personally have a connection with them because my mother, as you know, was on off-Broadway during the 60s. And so the fact that Damon Runyon is well known as well for selling cheaper Broadway tickets to raise funds, that also feels very good to me as a connection. And every time I speak to the scientists, I know that we picked the right cause to support because it's supporting young people for whom I have enormous affection, right? I adore working with this demographic because I see not just the energy level, but the excitement, the exhilaration, and also the savvy, not cynicism, which is the argument that we get here all the time, not the idea that, oh, they're too interested in their phones, and that is absolute nonsense. They are, it is true, Gen Z and younger, they are having to deal with a whole lot of things at once, and a lot of that is on the people who couldn't deliver them a safer world than they have. But that said, there is also a greater connection in some ways between parents of Gen Z and Gen Z. There's a connection between the amount of work and charity that these folks do. Gen Z has one of the highest levels of charity output of any generation. And that's a big deal, right? That's a big deal, and it suggests something about who they are. They get it. I have full confidence in the next generations. We need to just make sure we pass the baton to the next generations. But I have full confidence that they'll be there. And it is events like this that give me that hope and give me that confidence. So Damon Runyon is extremely important, not just for what they represent in terms of cancer research, but for what they represent in terms of community involvement and engagement. And the last thing, which I will talk more about on Monday, is the fact that, as I've talked about several times this weekend, many of us have lost people to cancer. My mother, my oldest friend, as I mentioned before, several pets, many members of the family, sort of extended family that were affected by this. And all of you have told me so many stories of people that you've known that have been affected by it. We're doing this partly for them, but we're also doing it for the people who are the survivors, the people who are still with us, the people who are doing what is necessary to stay with us because of the treatments they've received. Those people are also what we do this for. They are the ones who remind us of the joy of doing something for common purpose and for common good. And it is an inspiring thing that we do every year here, and it is thanks to all of you that we've been able to do it now for once this concludes, the 10th ArvCon. For 10 years, we've been raising money for Damon Runyon, and that is a big deal. With a 1 year off to raise money for the Juvenile Diabetes Foundation after Kilgore passed away, which was also a big success. So it's been a great honor to be able to work with Damon Runyon. It's been a great honor to be able to run this event, and it's been a great honor to be with all of you as we've done it. So I want to say midstream, mid-event, thank you. And the next time you hear people talk about this in this cynical way, I want you to look at them and I want you to explain to them that there are good things that happen in the world that are worth fighting for, people that are worth fighting for with and about them. You are part of that mixture in this event, and not just this event, but in the other things you do all year in your local communities as well. So I want you to think about that and go forward with that hope and purpose, because by doing that, we create a lighter, a brighter world for all of us. And I remain confident that that is a world that we are all going to be able to give to our children and our children's children to inherit. We are doing that together. An event like this is a demonstration of that fact. Okay. So I just wanted to say that a couple times. Kind of important to remind people about why we're doing this. So yes, and Dialad from GOG as well. So thank you, everyone, for being a part of this. So what we're going to do now is we are going to check. I want to check here with Shadowed Mage and make sure that we're good to go. Let me see. We should be. Let me just double check. Okay. Shadow can wrap whenever you are ready. We'll wrap, then change stream title, then give you the go ahead. Let me know. Okay, so because I want to make sure that we have as little break as possible between when I stop and when Shadow Mage starts, because I want to keep all these great numbers. Oh, I also want to say that. Thank you, everybody, for the amazing numbers. We've had multiple raids today, but the numbers have been great all day, honestly, and that's a big, big help to us because that helps the algorithm. It means more people see us, more people are like, hey, what is this about? They come over, they find out about it. Some of those people stick with us. Some of those people stay with us all year, and all of them are part of the donation process, so that's the deal as well. Summons a ghost dog for people to play with. All right. Let's see. Okay. Standing by. Okay. Should be ready to go here pretty soon. Now, the other thing that I think I wanted to mention about that is, oh yes, just a reminder. So it's 2801 out of 5,000. Oh, I promised I was going to do this. I'm sorry. Promised I was going to do this. I have a surprise giveaway, chat. I have a surprise giveaway. This comes from Free League material that was sent to us last year and that I forgot to add to the list. So I figured I would save it for the right time. And this seems like the right time to do it. So because of how lovely all of you people have been, and as an incentive to keep you folks around, I am going to talk about this thing that I'm going to give away. And then if it is okay, what are we at right now? Are we doing a giveaway right now, Triffid? This is, oh, I'm looking right now. When donations reach 2,800. Okay, so this is that giveaway. Okay, cool. So, right. So what I was going to say was, Triffid, if you wouldn't mind, after we do the 2,800, whether or not we hit 2,900, it would be great if you would be so kind as to run a giveaway for this. This is the thing. He just put it on top of there, sweetheart. This is what I am giving away. Everyone ready? What do people think it is? What do people think that I'm giving away? Yeah, we can add my thing. Okay, that's great. So that actually is fine. What do we think we're giving away here, chat? Take a guess.
Free smoothie.
Not a free smoothie, although that is a good idea. Free smoothie.
Starbucks gift card.
Okay. Not giving away a game. No, I'm not giving away Little Arv. You Classic Core. D&D book or chart. That's closer. First edition Wizardry floppies. I would burn those and then send them to you, Optic. Free smoothie with raisins. It's a good thing, Echo, that you've been so helpful this weekend so I don't ban you immediately. Roomba strapped to a knife is both troubling and proper. A Free League book for a game I haven't run yet. Rising Tides actually should... Rising Tides is specifically, in my mind, connected to this book, actually. French toast with raisins. Listen, all y'all talking about raisins. That is not on. Okay, here we go. Gray Shade RPG book. Oh, not ready yet, Echo. Not ready. Not ready yet. Okay, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, here we go. Ready? Pow. It is the Tales from the Loop rulebook. Now, I should mention, every time I have played Tales from the Loop, I have been deeply moved. Like, I pretty much cry every time we play this game, is basically what it is, because it so perfectly encapsulates what it was like growing up in the 80s. I cannot explain it any other way. I've had Johnny run sessions for me of this. I've had Rising Ties run sessions for me of this. And it's so, so good. It just, I can't tell you the weirdness, the strangeness, but also the sense, the bizarre sense. There's hope in there too. It's just absolutely chef's kiss. It's so good. And Free League was kind enough to send one of these, and I have an extra one from last year, which I did not give away. So this is going to be the one that I'm going to give away. So you will get a copy of this. So Trifid, can you add this just to the list of whatever the giveaway is that you're doing right now? So right now you're doing the giveaway. I did not see that one, actually, Optic. Let's see. Right now you were doing the... Let's see. Oh, yes, an audiobook of Pluralities by Avi Silver. That's right. Also a Steam code for Fury of Dracula, GOG code for Amnesia the Bunker. All of those are amazing things, but there's also this. So if you would like to win Tales from the Loop, plus those other things that you saw on that list, yeah, I totally agree, Rising Tides. I totally agree. We should play that more often. I totally agree. You can get this as well. Okay? So Tales from the Loop, super surprise additional item that we have added in there. Okay. So, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. We could 100% count you in a loop campaign. You would actually, oh my God, dude. Really? God almighty. Rising Tides. The problem is that Rising Tides is playing Dune with us. You know, when Speculate starts rolling again. Because the thing is, Optic is of an age with me. And Optic, now people don't know this. Can I talk about your former life briefly, Optic? Is that okay? I'm still waiting for the go ahead from the Shadow Crew, which is why I'm waiting. Can I talk about this? So Optic Nerve, for those of you who don't know, was a professional level skateboarder. Like, I'm talking Tony Hawk level skateboarder. Like, no joke. Like, you know, and he was doing it, and he's of an age of me, right? So he's growing up in the 80s. And so this completely, yeah, like he was a legit, you know, like legit skateboarder. And so this, I think, captures that too, right? I mean, Optic agrees with me on this because we've talked about it before. Like, so good. So I don't know, man. Rising Tides and I at some point have to chat about this. We only have so much time, but like there's so much richness. Like, I remember Johnny playing it for me and like talking about the computer in the window of the Radio Shack. And I swear to God, I used to go into the Radio Shack in our mall and type in BASIC like 10, print Greg is great or something, 20 go to 10 or whatever, 30 end. Like, you know, I used to, like, everything about it is just, I remember it so much. You played in bands in the 80s. It cracks me up, right? Go sub. Yeah. I even programmed the first part of the Shamutanti Hills in BASIC, like when I was way back. Oh man, I loved it so much. So, anyway, so Tales from the Loop really kind of captures that beautifully. And, so anyway, it's super cool. So yeah. You know what too, Rising Tides, that's just a marker of what an astonishing game master you are. Also an amazing designer of the Gray Shade TTRPG. Pre-order it now, coming out at the end of the year. But that's a marker of what a good GM Rising Tides is, because you would never know that. Like, Rising Tides has told me this before, like, you know, like, oh, and, you know, and I know how old Rising Tides is. So like, you know, like, I don't know anything about the 80s. I'm like, really? This is like, so Rising Tides, Brandon O'Brien is going to be on Monday, is going to be in the premiere of Dune, right? Brandon has said several times, like, I don't know anything about Dune. I'm like, you will make it seem like you know everything about Dune. Because that's what Brandon does. Brandon's like, I don't know anything about this. And then you're like, you haven't lived and breathed this because you could have fooled me. So like, it's 100%. Like, that is what Rising Tides does. And that's an example of it. You would never know that he didn't know anything about 80s. Also, okay, Mighty Morphing Power Rangers is 90s, right? Is Mighty Morphing Power Rangers 90s? That's 90s, right? Right? Is it 90s? All right. Because, okay. So I guess that fits. All right. Okay, it's 90s. Okay. But, you know, oh God. Thundercats, Voltron, Transformers, Silverhawks, Mask. Yeah, I know. It's earlier, but still, you know, Masters of the Universe. Now, even earlier than that, Thundar, mask is a mighty power. You can save the day. Mask. No one knows what lies behind the masquerade. Oh my God. Galaxy Rangers. Turbo Teen. That mask theme is baller, by the way. Absolutely baller. Yeah, no, dude, that Dragon's Fallen, that was my thing, man. Thundar. Yeah, no, I love Thundar. I actually wish that Thundar. I thought Thundar had legs to it from the point of view of storytelling. Like, everyone talks about gargoyles and all that. Oh, it's amazing. I honestly thought Thundar had some, like, the world building in that was really interesting. There was some good stuff in Thundar somewhere, if you could kind of figure out how to get to it, you know? So, yeah, Robotech and all that stuff. Thundar, Super Science. Lords of Light. Yep. And the knockoff Chewbacca, you know? Yeah, like there were so many. Oh man, yeah, there were so many things like that. There were. Okay, so last thing I was going to mention, by the way, this came up about. I was thinking about this in terms of when you were all talking about music. This has nothing to do with the 80s stuff. It's just something I want you to listen to. So many of you will know the 70s song by the band Mountain called Mississippi Queen. Mississippi Queen. Do you know what I mean? Right? That's Mississippi Queen. Okay. So that came out in 1970 is when he does that, right? So for some reason, it popped up on my YouTube music feed. And so I listened to it. I'm like, it's good stuff. Leslie West, yeah. So I was curious and I listened to it. It's a very short song. It's like 2.5 minutes. And I was like, okay. And then there was a cover of it. So I was like, okay. I clicked in a couple of covers. You need to look up and find a band called, I can't remember the first part of the name, but the last name is the Quarantine Kids. They formed, I think, during COVID. And it's basically a guy and his kids playing in this band. And they played Mississippi Queen. So the beginning of that song starts with a cowbell, like doot, 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 right? So, you know, they played that and I'm like, okay, you're just playing cowbell. And I was like, so I thought, I'm like, oh, look, they're really cute. They're in their living room and they're fairly young kids, fairly young. And like, you know, I'm like, oh, that's super cute, whatever. And then they play the riff, you know, boo, 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 boo. And I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. And then the freaking dad comes in and he's just like, Mississippi Queen, no, do you know what I mean? Like, absolutely kills it. And the whole cover, I was like they were actually really good. Like, it wasn't just oh, isn't that cute? Like, they were really actually pretty good. I was like, oh man, it was so great. And it was just totally unexpected. So since we were talking about music, I wanted to tell you all about that because that was super good. I put this in there. Is that the link? Is that it? What is it? Yeah. Colt Clark and the Quarantine Kids. I'm telling you, it was so good. I mean, it's like, you know, it's not like 100% perfect, but it's like really good. Oh man, it was so funny. I had a big smile on my face with all that. Okay. Anyway, you should totally check that out. And also, if you have a chance to check out Leslie West and Peter Frampton in 2014 doing a live version of Mississippi Queen. again, they kill it. Leslie West's voice did not miss a step. He was still really good. And this was after he he suffered from diabetes. He had serious issues with addiction and so on. And so he was struggling, at that point. He had a leg amputated. It was rough. But he was still playing, and he sounded dynamite, like really, really good. So that was very interesting for me to see. It also helped that he had Frampton with him. That was not bad. That was also a good thing, but yeah, it was something. All right. So, okay. Are we good to go? Question mark? Just waiting. Yeah, just Peter Frampton. No big deal. Yeah. Who's that, right? Okay. All right. I think we are now ready to go. Yeah, Frampton. That's it. Okay. So, all right. I am now. So, chat, very important. No one go anywhere. I am going to stop, and then I'm going to switch the stream title. And then Shadowed Mage is going to go live. So please, nobody go anywhere. We will be right back. And I'm going to stop the stream, but stay on this channel. Shadowed Mage is going to be on with the final part of part 2. Since I will not be speaking to you again until tomorrow, I want to thank everyone who made day 2 of ArvCon an overwhelming success. Let's get this number to over 3,000 people. Let's make it happen. And thank you all so much for being here and being a part of this awesomeness. I love you all. This has been great. Really, really good day all the way around. Okay, I will catch you folks on the flip side. No one go anywhere. We will be right back at you in just a minute. Hang tight.